The wind before the storm is the kindest whisper. Many people believe that when change is about to enter their life, it will announce itself with thunder and lightning, chaos and destruction. But the truth is often the opposite. When transformation approaches, when a divine shift is near, it arrives first in silence. A silence that presses upon your spirit, not to crush you, but to alert you. It comes as restlessness, as a faint discomfort you cannot name, as a subtle sense that something is ending, even though nothing has yet begun. This is how God speaks before great change, not with a shout, but with a stillness, not with punishment, but with preparation. And those who have trained their inner ears will recognize this whisper long before the storm reaches the world outside. Many wait for signs that are loud, dramatic, undeniable. But the spiritual path is not walked by those who react to earthquakes. It is walked by those who notice when the wind shifts ever so slightly. It is walked by those who hear silence differently. This silence that now surrounds your life is not emptiness, it is invitation. It is divine breath pausing before it exhales transformation. In June 2025, 5 events are destined to unfold, not to harm, but to awaken. And the first of these events will not scream for your attention. It will pass through your life like a shadow at dusk. Easy to miss. But if you are aware, if you are centered, if your heart is still, you will see it coming. This first event will come in the shape of something very familiar. Perhaps it will arrive through a conversation that feels unusually significant, a door closing that you never thought would close, a decision that once felt safe now feels unlivable. You might sense it when a relationship that has been quietly eroding finally breaks under the weight of unspoken truths. You may feel it when an opportunity you've long waited for suddenly appears, but with a cost you did not anticipate. And in that moment, many will panic, many will resist, but you must not. Because the first event is not here to destroy your life. It is here to redirect it. There is a deep intelligence guiding all things. And when God says change is coming, He does not send it without first giving you the chance to adjust your posture, the posture of your mind, the posture of your heart. But the question is, are you listening, or are you still waiting to be shaken awake? Those who wait for the earthquake waste the most precious resource they have: time. Time to prepare, time to align, time to release the attachments that will not survive what is coming. This moment of calm that you are experiencing right now is not a resting point. It is an alert, but it is a gentle one, a compassionate one. God does not scream His messages, He whispers. And He whispers only to those who are close. So if you hear that whisper in your spirit, take it seriously. Do not demand external proof before you trust your inner sense. That is the way of the untrained. The path of the warrior is to believe the silence, to respond to the intangible, to bow in humility and say, I do not need to understand everything to know I must prepare. Preparation does not mean fear. It does not mean anxiety or paranoia. It means presence. It means you begin to see your life as it truly is, without the filters of illusion or comfort. You begin to ask yourself the difficult questions. What am I holding on to that cannot walk with me into the next chapter? What relationships drain my energy instead of strengthen it? What habits make me numb instead of aware? What parts of myself have I outgrown and yet still wear like armor? The first event will force these questions to the surface. It will press against your old identity. It will shake loose the dust of denial. And if you are not prepared to see yourself honestly, you will interpret this event as a crisis. But it is not. It is a mirror. And in this mirror, you will not just see your face. You will see your future, waiting to be claimed by a version of you that has not yet been fully born. Stillness before change is a rare blessing. It is God's way of saying, I trust you to be ready. If the divine did not believe in your capacity to rise, the event would strike without warning. But the whisper has come first, because you are capable of hearing it. You are capable of responding, not with chaos, but with clarity. You are capable of stepping forward, not in panic, but in peace. There is something you must understand. The events that will unfold in June 2025 are not punishments. They are initiations. They are the trials through which your soul will be refined. And the first trial is the hardest, not because it is the most painful, but because it is the most subtle. It asks you to choose faith before the evidence appears. It asks you to make space before the blessing arrives. It asks you to step away from what is familiar before the new is fully visible. That requires trust, that requires discipline, that requires an inner strength that cannot be faked. In the ancient tradition, students were trained to walk through forests at night with only the sound of their breath and the feel of the earth beneath their feet to guide them. Why? Because they were learning to navigate without sight, to sense rather than to see. This is the level of awareness you must bring to the present moment. You are not walking through a storm yet, but the air is changing. The temperature is different. The stillness has a weight to it now. This is the kind of silence that precedes sacred transformation. And if you are alert, you will feel it. Not just in your environment, but in your bones. The people around you may not feel it yet. They may still be sleeping. They may still be chasing distractions. They may laugh at your seriousness or question your decisions. Let them. This path is not for everyone. It is for those who know that the time to prepare is before the wave, not during it. The warrior trains before the battle, not during it. The wise one listens before the voice becomes a roar. You are being invited to tune your awareness to the finest frequency, to become someone who does not require chaos to become serious, to become someone who does not wait for loss to practice gratitude, someone who does not need a breakdown to seek truth. If you can train your spirit to move when the whisper calls, you will never again need the scream. This first event will reveal your relationship with silence. Some will interpret it as boredom and rush to fill the space with noise. Some will feel fear and numb it with distractions. But the awakened one will sit in it, breathe in it, listen within it. Because the awakened one understands that in this stillness, instructions are being delivered, not in the language of words, but in the language of energy, of vision, of alignment. You must begin now. Begin by simplifying your space. Begin by creating room in your schedule. Begin by listening to the conversations that make your spirit shrink. Begin by observing which voices inside you come from your higher self and which come from your past wounds. Begin by remembering who you are when there is no one around to perform for. Begin by preparing for the version of you who does not yet exist, but is waiting just beyond this first event to step forward. The storm is not your enemy, but if you ignore the wind, you will be unprepared for the wave. Listen, feel, breathe, respond. This is the rhythm of the awakened life. This is how you meet the future, not by predicting every step, but by sensing the energy of each moment and adjusting your posture in harmony with it. June 2025 will not break you, but it will strip away everything that is not truly yours. The first event will ask you one question: are you awake or are you still dreaming? And your answer will not be spoken with words. It will be seen in your discipline, in your stillness, in your choices, in your readiness. You do not need to be afraid, but you do need to be alert. You do not need to predict the event, but you do need to welcome its message. Because every divine event carries within it the seed of awakening. And only those who notice the whisper will be ready to receive the gift hidden inside the storm. You must burn to become fire. This is the truth that few are willing to accept. The path of transformation does not pass through comfort, it passes through the furnace. And not everyone who steps into the flame will rise from it, because many run at the first feeling of heat. But those who remain, those who surrender to the burn, do not emerge damaged. They emerge pure. They emerge new. They emerge untouchable. When God begins to change your life, He does not always begin outside of you. The greater miracles begin within. The greater battles are fought within. And the greater awakenings begin not with the world shifting, but with your soul shaking from the inside out. The second event in June 2025 will not arrive through your senses, it will arrive through your silence. A fire ignited in your own heart, kindled not by disaster but by design. It will feel like pressure, a tension between what you know and what you pretend not to know. A battle between who you were and who you are becoming. The fire will ask you to choose, not with your words, but with your action, with your thoughts, with your energy. It will ask you to prove your readiness, not in the light, but in the shadows, not in the public, but in private. You will feel it when your old habits no longer satisfy, when your excuses lose their power, when the places you once found comfort now make your soul restless. This is not confusion, this is transformation. When a seed begins to sprout, the shell must break. It is not a gentle process. It is violent, it is messy, it is sacred. You have carried certain identities for so long that you believe they are you, but in truth, they are only shells, temporary containers, useful for a season, but the next chapter cannot be lived inside them. The second event will cause the cracking. You will feel yourself splitting from your old ways, and it will be uncomfortable. The pain is not punishment. It is the pressure required to grow. Without it, you would remain where you are, satisfied with a life too small for the soul you were born to express. There are parts of you that cannot survive what is coming, and that is good. Not every layer of you is meant to walk into your destiny. The parts of you that doubt, that cling to fear, that choose comfort over courage, those parts must be burned. The parts that lie to preserve image, that betray intuition to maintain relationships, that remain silent to avoid disruption, those parts must be sacrificed. You do not become fire by staying cool. You become fire by allowing yourself to be consumed. Not consumed by the world, but by your own willingness to be remade. This burning will not always make sense to others. They will see your discipline as obsession, your silence as distance, your detachment as coldness. Let them. They are not in the fire with you. They do not feel what you feel. They do not see what you see. When God begins the internal shifting, only you and He will understand what is being restructured. Only you will know the cost of this inner cleansing. The loneliness is part of the initiation. You are not meant to explain your process to those who still fear the heat. You are meant to walk through the flames until you no longer fear them yourself. You may cry during this time. That is normal. Fire does not only destroy, it softens. It breaks the hardness of the heart. It melts the walls around your spirit. You may feel yourself grieving things you cannot name. That too is normal. You are mourning the layers of self that must die so that something sacred can be born. Let the grief come. Do not rush through it. Do not numb it. Allow it to purify you. Your tears are evidence that your spirit is alive, that you are awake, that you are present for your own rebirth. The fire is not cruel. The fire is mercy. It arrives not to kill you, but to kill what no longer serves you. It arrives not to leave you empty, but to leave you clean. It arrives not to consume your life, but to illuminate your path. In June 2025, the second event will separate the ones who understand this truth from the ones who resist it. The world will watch. Many crumble under pressure, but a few will rise, not because they avoided the fire, but because they allowed it to pass through them. These are the ones who will walk with clarity. These are the ones who will lead without pride. These are the ones who will understand what it means to die before death and live without fear. If you feel the fire inside you building, do not run. Sit with it, breathe with it, speak to it. Ask it what must be released. Ask it what must be realigned. Ask it what lies you are still telling yourself to delay your growth. Ask it what pain you are still protecting because the discomfort has become familiar. The fire is not random. It is intelligent. It knows exactly where to go. It finds every hidden wound, every secret fear, every quiet lie, and it shines its light there, not to shame you, but to liberate you. This is divine surgery. The cutting may hurt, but it heals. You may feel exhausted during this time. That is to be expected. Inner transformation consumes energy. Do not mistake fatigue for failure. Your system is recalibrating. Your nervous system is adjusting to new frequencies. Your heart is learning how to stay open in discomfort. Your mind is letting go of control. These are not easy tasks, but they are necessary. Do not curse your exhaustion. Honor it. Rest with discipline. Not as escape, but as a sacred pause. The fire does not burn constantly. It flares and rests. Learn its rhythm. Flow with it. You may find that your desires change during this time. What you used to want will no longer interest you. The people you once admired may lose their shine. The goals you once chased may now feel meaningless. This too is part of the burning. You are being realigned with your true values. You are no longer living for external applause. You are now guided by something deeper, by inner clarity, by spiritual resonance, by divine instruction. Trust this shift. Let the old cravings dissolve. You are becoming fire. You cannot digest the things of smoke anymore. You will begin to notice a new strength arising within you. It will not be loud, it will not be boastful, but it will be unshakable. You will walk into rooms with a new calm. You will face conflict with a new stillness. You will speak with precision, not to impress, but to cut through illusion. This is the fruit of the fire. You are no longer performing. You are present. You are no longer reactive. You are responsive. You are no longer pretending. You are true. This transformation cannot be rushed. It will not be completed in one day or 1 week or even 1 month. But June 2025 is when the fire begins. It is when the match is struck. And once the flame is lit, your only task is to remain in it. Not to control it, not to contain it, but to stay close to its wisdom, to walk forward even when the path glows red beneath your feet. This is the way of the awakened. This is the way of the warrior. This is the way of one who has chosen to be purified rather than protected. You may not recognize yourself after this. That is the point. You are not here to remain the same. You are here to evolve, and evolution requires letting go. You will have to let go of your younger self, the one who clung to approval, the one who feared judgment, the one who settled for less to avoid discomfort. That version of you must be honored, thanked, and released. Because a stronger version of you is waiting, a wiser one, a freer one, but it cannot walk in unless the door is cleared of clutter. That clutter is not physical, it is spiritual. Burn it. You do not need to fear what is coming. You need to fear staying the same. Because staying the same in a world that is divinely shifting is the most dangerous choice of all. The fire is not your enemy. It is your ally. It is your teacher. It is your reflection. What you resist will control you. But what you accept will transform you. Say yes to the fire. Let it purify you. Let it prepare you. Because once you become fire, the world will no longer scare you. Once you become fire, lies will no longer seduce you. Once you become fire, the darkness will no longer silence you. You will walk as light. Speak with truth. Live with purpose. Not because you read it in a book, but because you earned it in the flame. The mirror will no longer lie. That is the essence of the third event. And it is not the world outside that is being revealed, it is the world within. There comes a time in every seeker's path when illusion is no longer permitted to remain. It may have served you in the beginning, it may have protected you for a season, it may have even helped you function through pain, but it cannot walk with you into truth. Truth demands sacrifice. And one of the greatest sacrifices a person must make is the willingness to see clearly, to remove the veil, to look into the mirror without fear, without flinching, without pretending. In June 2025, this clarity will arrive not as an option, but as a requirement. The divine energy moving through this time will demand honesty, not just with others, but with yourself. There are things in your life you have been avoiding, patterns you've noticed but explained away, people you've kept close, not because they nourish your spirit, but because they satisfy your loneliness. Paths you've continued walking, not because they align with your soul, but because they feel familiar and safe. These things have not been hidden from your higher self. They have only been hidden from your conscious willingness to accept. But the mirror is coming. The mirror will stand before you. And this time, it will not reflect who you pretend to be. It will reflect who you truly are, who you've become, what you tolerate, what you've neglected. And in that moment, you will be faced with a sacred decision. Deny what you see or change what you are. This event is not loud in the way thunder is loud, but it is thunderous in the way truth shakes the soul. You will notice small moments carrying great significance. A sentence spoken by a friend will suddenly feel sharp like a sword. A reaction within you to something small will feel outsized, revealing a wound you've buried for years. A comment that once made you smile now tastes sour in your spirit. What is happening is not psychological confusion, it is spiritual cleansing. The mirror does not lie, and when the soul is ready to evolve, it demands that all false reflections be destroyed. Some people will try to break the mirror. They will blame others for what they see. They will attack the people who trigger their discomfort. They will retreat into distractions, hoping the image disappears. But this mirror is not external. You cannot outrun it. You cannot hide from it. It lives inside you. It follows you into every room, every relationship, every decision. It reflects not what others are doing, but how you are responding. And it will become clearer each day until the message is received. The time for pretending is over. You may discover during this time that some of your closest relationships were built on illusion. You thought they were friendships, but they were bonds of convenience. You thought they were love, but they were patterns of codependency. You thought they were support, but they were control. These revelations are not punishments, they are openings, invitations, not to hate the other person, but to liberate yourself from the need to lie about what is real. You are not being asked to judge, you are being asked to see. Judgment is about blame. Awareness is about freedom. The mirror will also show you yourself. Not just the light you carry, but the shadow you avoid, the pettiness you cover with kindness, the envy you mask with smiles, the self-doubt hidden behind perfectionism, the fear wrapped in ambition, and most of all the deep aching need to be seen, but only in the ways that feel safe. When this is revealed, it will hurt, but it will also heal. Because the soul does not heal through denial, it heals through exposure. Light must reach the wound for it to close. And in this time, the divine is shining that light, not to shame you, but to cleanse you. You must meet this mirror with courage. You must breathe when the image surprises you. You must remain still when everything in you wants to run. Because only those who remain long enough to truly look will begin to see what is beneath the pain. Potential. The reflection beneath the scars. The strength beneath the doubt. The wisdom beneath the silence. This mirror does not just reflect who you are. It reveals who you could become. If you would only stop lying to yourself about what is no longer working. There is no need to panic. Everyone must face this moment, but few will face it with maturity. Many will try to escape back into old versions of themselves. They will seek validation instead of transformation. But the brave will stay, and staying means doing the hardest thing of all, accepting that even though you were doing your best was still protecting a false self. You were still hiding your power. You were still pretending not to know what you know. And now you are being asked to stop pretending, to stop shrinking, to stop negotiating with truth, because the path forward will require full integrity. Half-truths will no longer carry you. They will break you. The mirror may also reflect your path. You may see clearly that the work you do no longer reflects your soul, that the environment you remain in is poisoning your spirit, that the choices you keep making are rooted in your past pain, not your present awareness. This is not to make you feel guilty, it is to make you aware. And awareness is power, because once you see, you can no longer claim ignorance. You must now choose with eyes open. And every choice you make after that will be either a step into alignment or a retreat into illusion. The divine will no longer allow you to lie to yourself without consequence, not because it is cruel, but because your potential is too sacred to waste. The mirror is here to help you remember who you are, underneath everything the world taught you to be, underneath the roles, underneath the trauma, underneath the coping. What is left when there is nothing to perform? That is the self the divine is calling forward now. That is the self who must rise in June 2025. You may find that this reflection breaks your heart, but sometimes the heart must break to let the soul breathe. Do not resist the breaking. Let it open you. Let it dismantle everything that was built on fear. Let it destroy every identity that was built to survive pain rather than express joy. Let it collapse every wall that blocks your light, because on the other side of this mirror is not shame, it is freedom. And that freedom can only be earned through truth. Do not expect others to join you in this unveiling. Most people will turn away from their own reflection. They will double down on the lie. They will accuse you of changing. They will say you've become distant, cold, arrogant, unrecognizable. But you must understand that this is not about arrogance. It is about accuracy. You are not becoming better than others. You are becoming more aligned with yourself. That is always misinterpreted by those who are still in hiding. Do not let their fear become your limit. Do not let their confusion become your compromise. Walk forward. Keep looking. Keep accepting. Keep adjusting. And remember, the mirror will always feel harsh until you make peace with what you see. Once you do, the harshness turns to clarity, the judgment turns to grace, the pain turns to power, and you begin to see not just the flaws, but the divine, not just the brokenness, but the blueprint. You were never meant to be perfect, you were meant to be whole, and wholeness requires truth. Let the mirror show you everything. Let it tear down the versions of you that are exhausted from pretending. Let it cleanse the lies spoken over you by others. Let it wash away the identities you inherited, absorbed, or created to survive. And when you have looked long enough, you will no longer fear what you see. You will recognize it. You will honor it. You will become it. Because what is seen can be transformed. What is known can be healed. What is revealed can be released. This is the sacred gift of the third event, the divine mirror. The reflection that will not flatter you, but will free you. Look closely. Look bravely. Look now. The mirror no longer lies, and neither must you.